All right, welcome back to the channel. Happy New Year, everyone. I hope everyone had a great New Year. I hope everyone had a great 2025. Yeah, lots of action figures came out, lots of Lego came out, lots of everything came out, and I just wanted to make a video on the top 10 action figures that I bought in 2025. Not like strictly from the year 2025, but just kind of all of what I bought in that year. But yeah, I just wanted to make a video on that. I got some pretty cool stuff that I thought were pretty cool. Some new stuff, some old stuff, some just kind of stuff that's not really that old. But yeah, it'll be fun. I wanted to start this off with some like honorable mentions here. First up, we got this Amazing Friends 3-pack Spider-Man. I personally think this is my definitive Spider-Man in my collection. I did pay a hefty price for that 3-pack. I'm not proud of it, but I got the figure, and I'm happy to have it. Phase 1 Rex. I was kind of iffy at first about getting this figure, and I'm like, you know what? I don't know. And then it started growing on me. I really do enjoy it. And I think it looks good beside the Phase 2 Rex as well. And even though it's kind of really clean, no battle damage, I still like this figure for some reason, and I think it's pretty cool. And then another honorable mention here is the new Obi-Wan. I don't have this on my top 10 list. It's just an honorable mention, but wow. I already did a review on this guy, and I love this guy. This is a sweet action figure. Probably one of the best Obi-Wan action figures out there, represented in 6-inch form. And yeah, I just think it's pretty sweet. But yeah, those are 3 honorable mentions. I could probably do honorable mentions on a bunch of stuff, but then we'd be here all day, and nobody wants to do that. So without further ado, let's get into number 10. All right, so kicking things off with number 10 on my list is this DC McFarlane Multiverse Batman. The No Man's Land Batman, and I'm pretty sure this one's the Chase. And yeah, so I found this figure at a Walmart, and he was there with his other variants, which is just like he has like the blue and gray suit. And you know what, that one is pretty cool, but I don't know, I saw this one and like, I kind of like that one a bit more. So I got this one. And during the time, it's when I needed a Batman action figure for just my collection in general. I didn't have many, and I didn't feel like spending a lot of money on like a Mafex one or something. So I cheaped out and kind of got this guy. But I think it does the job good. And the only downside, the thing I have with this is this like no wire in the cape. I honestly thought there was a wire in the cape. And when I opened it up, I'm like, oh, it's going to be sick to like pose him like this and stuff. And then there was no wire in the cape. But I do think he does have a pretty good head sculpt. Articulation is just your basic McFarlane articulation. I'm not really too big of a fan of it. I kind of just like posing them in like stoic poses. But yeah, number 10 is DC Multiverse No Man's Land Batman. Number 9 on my list is quite random actually, is Mattel Ultimate Series Fan Takeover Doctor of Thuganomics John Cena. And this one, I bought this one on Amazon. And the reason I bought it is because I used to be a big wrestling fan when I was younger. And I kind of started buying figures again of it. And it just kind of reminded me of my childhood and stuff. And I'm like, I kind of want this. So this was the first figure I ended up buying, officially getting back into my wrestling figures and stuff. And honestly, it's pretty sweet. Like, a good articulation on this. It kind of makes me happy when knowing that Mattel's going to get the DC license, because they do some pretty good articulations on their WWE action figures. And this guy came with a crap ton of accessories and stuff. And I think it's pretty sweet. And I got it around the time, I want to say, when did I get this? Maybe October? Somewhere around there. I don't know, but it kind of kicked things off. Then John Cena had his last match, and then, yeah, I got this figure. And I got a bunch of other WWE ones, too, to go with it. So, yeah, this is number 9 on my list. Yeah, pretty sweet figure. A lot of memories with WWE when I was younger and stuff, and I loved watching it growing up. So, yeah, that's my number 9 pick. Number 8 on my list is the G.I. Joe Classifieds Iron Grenadier. I think that's his name. Another line I got into again this year was the G.I. Joe line. And they're doing an amazing job with their figures. Like, the amount of accessories these guys come with is insane. And just like the detail in this. Okay, so the reason I bought this guy, quick story, is I was in a Toys R Us just looking around, and I saw it, and I'm like, you know what, that's actually a pretty sweet action figure. But I'm like, you know what, I'm going to pass. I'm not really a big G.I. Joe guy. I used to watch the show when I was younger, so kind of passed on it. And then I saw it on sale on Amazon, and I'm like, I think I'm going to pick this guy up. He looked really cool, and I kind of bummed out that I didn't pick him up at Toys R Us. So I got him and opened him up, messing around with him a bit, and this guy's awesome. Like, I kind of just have him in this pose right here, but all the accessories he comes with, like so many guns. My favorite one on him is obviously this sword. It's just this gold sword. And I just love the gold, black, and red colors. I just think it looks super sweet. Just for like this cool army action figure dude. And yeah, no, G.I. Joe is definitely killing it in that line. And I'm happy to have this one at my number 8 spot. Number 7 is a really old figure, and it is the 2007 Transformers Barricade. And this guy is something else. The reason I got this guy at a toy show for like $4 or something, and it was just like, I couldn't believe I found it. So the story behind this is my original copy that I had of this back home is missing its feet, and I was looking on eBay for its feet all over the place. I was even thinking of buying a new one. I just never got it. And I love Transformers. I love the 07 movie and just the action figures that came out with it. I think they're like super cool, and like all like the gimmicks they had. Like this one just has this. It's not gonna do it. I don't think it's gonna do it, but his hand reaches out. But I think like if I press that one more time, it's gonna break. But no, these are okay. I can't even get his head back out. See, that's just like the thing with these figures. They're just so old, but they're so great at the same time. Come on, let me get that. Okay, that's as best as we're gonna get here. But yeah, I eventually found this dude at a toy show with the Jazz figure to go with it, so I bought them both. And this guy was probably one of my favorite action figures growing up when I had him as a little kid, and that's why he's on my number 7 spot. At the number 6 spot, we got Cobra Commander. And yeah, so I said that I bought the Iron Grenadier guy, and I saw this guy on Amazon. And I'm like, oh, it's Cobra Commander, dude. He's awesome. And I found him for a good price. And he's part of the retro line, I guess they do in the classifieds, where they kind of just do like a like the retro versions from the cartoon. And I saw this dude, and I'm like, if I'm going to start collecting not Black Series, classifieds, I need a Cobra Commander. So I got this guy. Pretty sick. I got him in this like marching into battle pose. Pretty sweet. I do like that they have the face plate chromed out, which is just sweet because I don't know, it just looks sweet. Came with a knife in his little pocket. He did come with a gun. Not too many accessories for this guy, but enough that was cool. So yeah, number 6 spot is Cobra Commander. So now we're moving in to the top 5. And starting it off, we got the Marvel Legends, Deadpool, number 3 from the movie, the Deadpool. So this is the one, his kind of upgraded suit. And this one's on my number 5 because this one surprised me. I honestly like this action figure so much. I have so much fun posing him around. I feel like you can do so much with it just because he breaks the 4th wall. So you can have him with so many different kind of action figures just posing around, goofing around. And it's just Deadpool, and it's pretty sweet. And I do like the articulation on this guy, even though I think this is the body mold of the older Deadpool. I think. I could be wrong. But just kind of, no, it might be new. It's updated, but yeah. I like the gold accents, very bright red. Honestly, a pretty sweet Deadpool action figure. And I just love having him in the collection, just kind of just posing around, doing random stuff. But yeah, definitely a sick action figure. And that is on my number 5 spot. Number 4, I'm giving it to Starkiller from the Black Series. And if you watch my review on this guy, the nostalgic, the love for the Force Unleashed is just insane with me. I love those games. I love Starkiller. Kind of having this basic pose. Articulation is not really the strong point on this guy. It's more or less just having him. Like, I love that there's blood on him. You don't see a lot of blood on action figures. And he's pretty sweet to pair up with the Darth Vader action figure I have from the Black Series as well. And honestly, they did a great job with this Starkiller figure. Hopefully they do a Sith like armor version of him, which would be absolutely incredible. I'd be picking that up. But just having a regular Starkiller to represent the Force Unleashed is just awesome to have in the collection. And that's why he's on my number 4 spot. So kicking off the top 3, we got Studio Series 86 Jazz. Now, Jazz is probably my favorite Transformer. I love this guy. It goes Jazz, then Soundwave, yeah, and then honestly, I just love Transformers, but Jazz is my probably favorite Transformer. I just love how he acts, how cool he is. I like that he turns into a Porsche, which is pretty sweet. And this figure is honestly probably one of the best representations of Jazz in action figure form from the G1 series. Honestly, pretty sweet. And compared to his 07 mode, it's pretty cool seeing the difference. And like, obviously don't have this one transformed, but when they are transformed side by side, it's pretty cool. And yeah, no, Jazz has always been my favorite. I was so happy to get this guy. I got him at a Walmart. And when I saw him, I'm like, oh, dude, that's awesome. This is the re-release version of him. So I just got this guy recently too. And I'm happy to have this dude at my number 3 on my list. Number 2 on my list, I got to give it to the Secret Wars Symbiote Spider-Man. And this dude, when this guy came out, I saw him like, I have to get him. Like, I'm such a big fan of Symbiote Spider-Man. Like, it's crazy. I just love how simple and clean the black and white looks. And it's just so cool seeing this guy in action. Like, I just love the whole story behind it when he gets it. Like, just, if you know Symbiote Spider-Man, you know Symbiote Spider-Man. You know what I'm talking about. I just love it. And this guy came with the perfect amount of Spider-Man accessories, all 3 hands, and then he came with the alternate head with the wider eyes. But I love this angrier version of him where it was like, oh yeah, not messing around now, and it's very angry because he's always really angry when he's in the symbiote suit, and I love that. And this was such a sweet action figure to have because I always wanted one, and I feel like this is perfect to pair up with my Amazing Friends 3-pack that I showed in the beginning of the video. So the number 2 spot goes to Symbiote Spider-Man. Alrighty, so at my number 1 spot, I have Star Wars The Black Series, Anakin Skywalker from Revenge of the Sith. And when I originally saw that Comic-Con exclusive one come out, I'm like, oh my god, that's awesome. But I'm like, oh my god, I'm not going to get it. So when they came out with a single release, I was super stoked about it. I put a custom robe on him from Amazon that I bought, which is pretty sick. But honestly, this guy is probably one of the best Black Series figures out there. Probably one of the best representations of Anakin in this 6-inch form for action figures, like I said about Obi-Wan at the beginning. And pairing Obi-Wan with Anakin is just awesome. Like, you can't get enough of it. And putting a robe on this guy made it even better. And that's why he takes my number 1 spot, just because such a cool action figure. One of my favorite Star Wars characters. What more can you ask for? And that's why he is my number 1 spot. So there you have it. My top 10 action figures that I bought in 2025. Pretty sweet list I have here. Some pretty great figures. And just an overall awesome time with these guys. I love them. Some of my favorites. And I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I hope y'all have a great 2026. And just that everything goes great. And I couldn't wish any more for greatness for this year. So thank you all for watching. Subscribe and stay tuned for more videos in the new year.